On a cost of living, that ad campaign Labor's launched, really trying to pin some of this blame to Mr Dutton. Will that stack up? Because people generally blame the government of the day when they're struggling, don't they?
Yeah, and that's understandable that people are struggling and they are facing lots of cost of living pressures. I think everybody gets that. And, Peter Dutton, day after day, week after week, talks about the cost of living. Zoe comes on this show and talks about the cost of living. But what they don't tell you is that after they've spoken about the cost of living on a show like this, they then go into the parliament and vote against the government's cost of living relief measures. They voted against cheaper childcare, they voted against cheaper medicines, they voted against some of the energy relief plan. So the point of this ad is to show Australians that despite all the talk from Peter Dutton about cost of living, the reality is, and his voting record shows, that they would be worse off with a Dutton government.
And at risk of proving Andrew's point, exactly, because at the moment, anyone who goes to see a GP in Australia is paying 45% more. So maybe we do go in and vote against your policies because they are not fixing or improving anyone's life at the coalface. Yes, I come in here and I talk about 10% increases in food and vegetables and 6% increase in education because you haven't done enough to bring down the prices. The one thing you did do is electricity down by 24%, and God knows it has saved your CPI figures.
Yeah.
But the reality is people expected a $275 reset year on year of their energy bills, and they just haven't got it. All they've got is tokenistic handouts to get you guys to the next election.
Well, inflation was running at, as you well know, inflation was running at twice the level it is now when you were in government, and we've had to bring that inflation rate down. And remarkably, the government has been able to do that without smashing employment, without having a recession like they had in the UK and in New Zealand and in Japan. And so I think most Australians are thinking, well, we've reduced inflation by half while protecting employment in this country. That's a pretty good outcome from where we were when the baton that the Liberals had.
One of the